Hype it up. We're British. We don't really hype things. It's not a word in our language. Tom Brady!
Take his arm and put it in the National Touchdown Museum. It's 6-0.
Versus Drew Brees.
He throws it and the ball hangs in the air like a fart at a dinner party.
It is the matchup of the weekend and we bring it to you before anyone else. It's Can Madden Make You Money?
Can Madden make you money?
If you haven't seen this show before, let me explain it very quickly. Madden, betting, bad British sports commentary. We take a big upcoming game in the NFL, we simulate it in Madden, and then we use that result to bet on the real thing. And we are in profit after the Browns came good for us last week. Thank you, Browns! It's a huge game this week. Brady versus Brees, the Bucs versus the Saints. There's the real odds. Give us a like, a subscribe for Britain's top rugby commentator, Anthony Richardson, who's flown all the way to New Orleans, which is foolish, really, because it is a computer game. Anthony!
Thank you, Anthony. Say what you like about the NFL, but it does cater to all ages. Last week, there was a game on Nickelodeon. This week, the quarterbacks have a combined age of 84. They do save their teams a lot of money despite their paychecks. They receive a senior discount on Greyhound buses to the stadium. Here's Brady, the wise owl of football, partly due to his experience, partly because he can rotate his head 360 degrees, but his night vision has deserted him there, sacked as brutally as if he'd just relieved himself in his boss's flower pot. Tom Brady, of course, was inundated with teams to play for, but chose Tampa Bay because they shared his initials and it was easy to remember. And take his arm and put it in the National Touchdown Museum. It's 6-0. 7 in a minute. You know it's going to be 7. That's how good these guys are. Drew Brees will have watched that and thought, crikey, if I train a couple more years, maybe I'll be as good as Tom. He throws it and the ball hangs in the air like a fart at a dinner party, but the dessert has gone uneaten. It's fallen on the floor, mixed up with the carpet. It is an eaten mess. Tampa Bay, like Manchester United, are owned by the Glazer family. Wow, it must feel very strange getting this far in a competition. Look at the movement from the attackers. Chris Godwin peels off his defender like a football onion. And he doesn't cry. What a player he is. Speed of a gazelle, brain of a fox, hands like giant buckets. Foxy Gazelle Bucket, they call him. And that's why. And after a couple of senior moments whereby Tom Brady forgets the rules of the game and tries to throw the ball through the goal, he gives himself a thorough talking to in a pocket mirror that he carries around, winds up his soon-to-be severed museum arm, and finds number 13, who's been sniffing around the end zone like a bloodhound outside a butcher's. The Buccaneers are delighted, but not delighted enough to give Brady that high five he's been craving. He just wants to share his sunscreen, but time and time again he is shunned like a medieval leper. But this deficit won't faze Drew Brees. He is a cool guy. He barely sweats, despite wearing many layers of padding and spandex. He takes the ball, shows it to his friend. His friend wants it. He is the delivery man. He leaves the parcel in Tampa's safe place, gets back in his van, and drives back to the touchdown depot. Saints are back in the game. Some of the team can't celebrate because they're being sold a new iPad by a very persistent salesman and are too polite to interrupt, but let me tell you, they are over the moon. And here he is again. Well, delivery guys have been very busy during the pandemic. Exactly the same tactic, but scoring 4 fewer points. Oh, he'll be disappointed with that. Clearly the judges weren't as impressed. Maybe he didn't nail the landing. Oh, and he's dropped his iPad. Oh, you're not going to sell that now. Oh dear. 44 seconds left in the fourth half. New Orleans choose not to huddle. They'll miss the intimacy. Drew Brees, is this his swan song before he retires? Denied! Oh, it's less the sweet song of a swan and more the muted and pathetic honk of a goose. They let him have another go. You can't end like that, sunshine. This time he finds his man. Drew Brees does not give up. He steadies himself while all around him are playing their individual games of sumo wrestling patter cake. And take your fork back out of this goose. It is not yet done. The Saints will attempt a little side kick here to get the ball back. A reverse wallop, I like to call it. Here it comes. Reverse wallop! But it was like Arsenal Football Club. Pretty to look at, but at the end of the day, completely pointless. And look at that final score. Tom Brady will be delighted to see it as soon as he finds his reading glasses. Back to you.
Thanks, Anthony. Tampa Bay dumping New Orleans out of the Super Bowl Cup. But fear not, Saints fans, because the new season is right around the corner. 7 months away. That can't be right. What do you guys do for the rest of the year? You can't be watching baseball. Surely not. 7 months. That's like the length of a deer's gestation period. I've checked. Are those two facts interlinked? Was that deliberate on the NFL's part? Let's go to the bet, shall we? And we are going with Bucs +3. Well, that looks tasty to me, but remember that this is a fun experiment. Don't use my tips for your own bets because I'm basing this off a computer game. It's not the wisest thing to do. It's just a fun experiment. Let's see how it pans out. And there it is. The bet is done. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you next time on Can Madden Make You Money? Bye! Let's see some more explosions. Come on. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's stop that now.